Thank you, Chairman King. I moved up quickly. I just passed my one-year anniversary in Congress last week, and look at me now. Thank you, Chairman. You know, I think there's a theme going on here in this hearing this morning, and I know you're aware of that, and that's port security and the issue of cargo scanning and screening. And certainly it's an issue that I think still concerns a lot of us. Los Angeles and Long Beach are America's port. 44% of all the cargo that comes into this country comes through that port complex. Congress did pass a law that required 100% scanning by this July 14th. That date clearly has come and gone, and you've indicated pretty strongly that that's not probably going to happen even with the two-year waiver. My first committee that I sat in here, we had the 9/11 report card, and I remember specifically asking, were we doing enough in port security, and the panel pretty much unanimously said that was an area where we were still lacking. And on that, with the Chairman's help, I was able to actually pass a bill a couple weeks ago. It's awaiting passage in the Senate that will ask the Department of Homeland Security to take a comprehensive look again at our nation's ports, the gaps that may exist in port security, and then come back and tell us in a classified setting, where are our gaps, what can we do in the future to close those. So I know you've spoken about this a lot, but again, could you discuss, elaborate on, give us a little comfort on where you see us going with particularly the scanning of our containers? I know a big issue is the economy, jobs, commerce. We don't want to slow that down, and yet one major disaster at one of these ports could actually cripple our economy. So where do you see us going, particularly if there's new technology that emerges that maybe makes this more possible without slowing down Congress?
Well, I think as Representative Lundgren's subcommittee heard, with respect to the detection of nuclear-type material, there are new technologies and things that are in play. I won't go into that in an unclassified setting. Obviously, we pay a lot of attention to ports. Obviously, we think the 100% rule, which does give the Secretary the authority to waive, is not the only way to reach the goal. There are multiple ways. And we also are more than willing to work with you and with the committee on trying to give you a greater comfort level about the safety of America's ports. But interestingly enough, Representative, one of the things you said is, well, if there's one thing that happens, Armageddon is going to occur and we'll see a total crash of the market. I think one of the hallmarks of really being prepared for any kind of incidents is the ability to respond and to be resilient and to get right back to work. So you will see that a lot of our work has to do with precisely the resilience point.
I agree with that, and I hope that's part of maybe what you bring back to Congress is, a better plan for all of our ports to recover in the event of a disaster. Let me switch quickly to airports. And I know at LA International Airport, we had a big issue with unacceptable high wait times for people entering into this country, which I think presented a potential security threat at our airports. We were able to get 20 more CBP officers at LAX. I think several of us specifically requested that. But could you speak to long-term the staffing shortage of our CBP agents at our airports, and how we can address that in the future?
Right. We're spending some significant time as we look at the FY14 budget now within the confines of all the other restrictions about what we can do to increase the number of hours that we have for inspectors, the number of personnel. looking at our staffing model, seeing if we can adjust that. We've had a problem at LAX. We've had a problem at some of our other big international airports. All I can tell you, Representative, is we are doing everything we can think of to do to rectify that situation.
Thank you very much.
Time of the gentlelady has expired. If I could just add on to what the gentlelady said, I know a number of airlines coming in and out of JFK have made the same request to me, the fact that it does seem to be a shortage of